Hello, this is Tamer Zain from ElliottWaveForex.com with your Euro-Dollar analysis for December 18th, 2015. As expected, the Euro moved towards the downside, reached our first target at 1.0807 and exceeded it by 5 pips. So far, the market is behaving nicely within the parameters of our account. Nonetheless, it's worth keeping in mind, as is always the case during this time of the year, that we shouldn't really expect much action over the next couple of weeks, all with the holiday season and its merriment. Happy New Year, everybody! We're updating our accounts to reflect the most recent price action and to present tighter targets and invalidation points. So beginning with the weekly chart, the bigger picture sees that the euro is moving towards the downside in cycle wave X, which is forming a double zigzag labeled primary waves W, X, and Y. Primary wave Y is forming a zigzag labeled intermediate waves A, B, and C, where intermediate wave A formed an impulse labeled minor waves 1 through 5, and intermediate wave B formed a double zigzag labeled minor waves W, X, and Y. Intermediate wave C is most likely forming an impulse labeled minor waves 1 through 5, which will complete primary wave Y and therefore cycle wave X. This will be confirmed by movement below 1.0462. At 0.9830, primary wave Y would reach 100% the length of primary wave W. Then at 0.9536, intermediate wave C would reach 61.8% the length of intermediate wave A. Now delving deeper into our main count on the daily chart, which as we said sees that intermediate wave C is forming an impulse labeled minor waves 1 through 5, where minor wave 2 formed a double zigzag labeled minute waves W, X, and Y, retracing a bit over 61.8% the length of minor wave 1. Then minor wave 3 formed an impulse labeled minute waves 1 through 5, and within it minute wave 5 extended into another impulse labeled minute waves 1 through 5, within which minute wave 5 formed an ending diagonal labeled subminute waves 1 through 5. Overall, minor wave 3 reached almost 161.8% the length of minor wave 1. Now minor wave 4 may be unfolding as any corrective pattern, but until we're convinced otherwise, we'll assume the simplest case of a zigzag labeled minute waves A, B, and C, and within it minute wave A formed a leading diagonal labeled minute waves 1 through 5, and minute wave B is likely still unfolding, although it has already retraced 50% of minute wave A, so it should be near completion. This count expects the euro soon to resume moving towards the upside in minute wave C to complete minor wave 4. At 1.0896, minor wave 4 would retrace 38.2% of minor wave 3, then at 1.1010 it would retrace 50% of its length. This wave count is invalidated by movement above 1.1097, as no part of minor wave 4 may enter the price territory of minor wave 1, and it's also invalidated by movement below 1.0525, as minute wave B within this zigzag may not move beyond the start of minute wave A. After that, we take a look at our alternate count, which sees that the larger degree intermediate wave B is most likely still unfolding as a flat labeled minor waves A, B, and C, where minor wave B formed a zigzag labeled minute waves A, B, and C, and it's now complete, having retraced about 95% of minor wave A. And now minor wave C is unfolding either as an impulse or an ending diagonal, labeled minute waves 1 through 5, and this will be largely confirmed by movement above 1.1097. Now at 1.1302, minor wave C would reach 61.8% the length of minor wave A, then at 1.1782 it would reach 100% of its length. This wave count is invalidated by movement below 1.0525, as minute wave 2 may not move beyond the start of minute wave 1. That's all for our analysis for this week, and again we would like to wish you a very happy new year, and as always we wish you profitable trading and see you next time.